I think for this, what I would do is I would use the smudge tool. Like this is the smudge tool. Right now I'm just basically cutting it. So what you're going to see in a second is a very odd roof line. The liquify filter allows you to again work with other brushes and other settings here that allow you to just do a little better job in pulling things in without smudging. And I have a client who asked me to Photoshop. He wants to trim this roof here by 4 entire inches in real life. So this is the original, and then this is the after. Original, after. This is more of an intermediate tutorial, so if you don't know Photoshop yet, I highly recommend either go watch my other videos or watch some fundamental videos on how to use Adobe Photoshop. Alright, so it's been a few hours. I sent this to the client. The client came back asking if we could slope the roof similar to the way a BMW X6 that he provided me with. So he wants to see what it would look like if we sloped the back instead of having it like this, because he definitely doesn't like this version. It will look like something from 1940s, 50s. Oh yeah, you all can also see that I added a hood scoop on here. So that's just my own suggestion to him. We're gonna have to take that out. I use the transform tool to try to paste it from Mustang. But yeah, let's remove the scoop and let's paste in the reference, scale it down, again using the Control-T. And now we're gonna see. Okay, so he wants to have it sort of like that. I think for this, what I would do is I would use the smudge tool. Like this is the smudge tool. So I'm just going to show you how quickly I would do it. And then I would clean up this by copying this as a separate layer to make it look good. So I don't think he's going to be touching the trunk. So we would do something like this. No, wrong tool. Oh. Yeah, to switch between, to see and reveal other options within these, when the ones that have the arrows, you click and hold, and that's going to display various additional options that may lie within there. Just a tip for you. So let's try this again here. There's also a nut, you see that? Because it's not doing that of a good job. The other way to do it is you go under filters. Oh, liquify, that's what I'm looking for. It's on my other screen here. The liquify filter allows you to again work with other brushes and other settings here that allow you to just do a little better job in pulling things in without smudging. But I still don't think that that's going to be the best way. Let's just preview it. And let's see what it looks like before. Well, I mean, yes and no. I would say no if I was the mechanic. But let's see how now I'm going through the history to try and find the layer before I flatten it all, right here. Right, here you go. So now we're gonna go and add another one here. We're going to canvas size, and we're gonna change the width to 27. Okay. Now we're gonna take the 4-inch, and we're gonna duplicate this layer by duplicating group. We're going to move this layer right here. We're going to change this to tapered. And we're going to save. Save very, very often. Now let's swap these two. That's now really exciting stuff. If he decides to do this, we're going to go and film it, and we're going to go and do a video for my channel to see how he actually does this in real life. Okay, so let's do this proper now. So let's take this, you know what, let's flatten it. We're going to flatten this guy. Now to flatten certain layers, you can simply select the group, right click, and then you can merge group. So now this is one layer, right? Now to bring both of these down, you can go again, merge layers, merge visible, or if you want to drop a merge to the layer below it, you select the layer up top and then press Ctrl E on the keyboard, and then that's going to bring it down and merge the underneath layer. So now this whole thing is just one layer, so we're going to duplicate this now. And now let's rename this to X6, just so we know. And you can also change the color of this so it's easier for you to recognize, especially if you have a lot of layers lying around. So now let's do a little arch here, I think. First we need to create an elliptical marquee of how we're going to sort of have this. So I think, no. Maybe, I mean, I don't know how he would bend this roof in real life, but what do you guys think? Do you think he should do this or he should not do this? Or what other sort of modification would you have done if this was your vehicle, if you could do anything to the car? Roof scoop, hood scoop, vents in here, cut the trunk, put a different car's trunk in here. I know for a fact that this engine has a Corvette, that this vehicle has a Corvette engine inside and the transmission from the Viper, I believe. So it's insanely fast, this vehicle. I have sat in it once. But now let's draw an element. Where's the element here? What? Oh, here we go. So let's draw an ellipse. Something like that, and then we should be able to grab this and pull it using this tool right here, the path selection tool. Then we click on this. So what I did here is I control clicked on one of the dots here, and that allows me to drag it. So we're going to select this ellipse as a marquee, and then we're going to push everything into it, making sure nothing comes out from the outside. But we're going to reverse select. So we're going to select the inverse. So now anything we push in is going to stop right at the edge of this. So now let's go and take our, now let's start pushing it. So right now I'm just basically cutting it. So what you're going to see in a second is a very odd roof line here. Let me hide this, right? So now you can see that I cut it from here. So now we need to build out the rest of the roof. So I imagine maybe we take this and move it. I don't know what he would do because he would have to create new windows. But that's not our problem. So let's do something. Let's take this pillar now. I'm trying to make it nice though. You know what? It's pixelated. We don't have a lot of data to work with. So let's take this. Let's see if we can copy this as a separate layer and kind of make it work for our purposes. So we'll just kind of bend it like that. Like this. A little more. There we go. And now we're going to clean this part out here. So I'm going to delete this part. There. Now I'm not doing this to be properly correct when it comes to the engineering aspects of this. I'm just photoshopping this. Now we're going to take this, we're going to duplicate this, and then we're going to move this up, and then we're going to blend this into the roof line, just so it looks like it's a normal pillar. And I'm using the erase brush here, just to blend this all in. It's starting to look pretty decent here. Zoom out. Okay, it doesn't have that nice arch that I was looking for, not yet. I think that's because of this pillar. He'd have to cut this entire pillar out and then make it a two-seater, I think. I could bring it in a little more. No, I can't because it's got to start from where the trunk is. Let's see if we can just stretch it a little more here. And let's use something called the warp tool. The warp tool will allow you to stretch and make things round from the inside, not just from the outside like the distort tool. So you can see, I'm creating arches in here, but it does smoothing things out a little more. Okay, I think this is as best as I want to get it unless he would decide to remove this one here. Not a huge difference. It doesn't look like it's a huge difference. But as you can see, it's, let me see here. This is what it was, this is what it is. I think it just, yeah, yeah, I think it just needs to be brought in more. I don't know. But let's send this to him and see what he says. So again, thanks for watching and tuning in. For this and more videos like this about Photoshop, but more importantly about how to start a business, how to run a business, how to brand yourself, and behind the scenes of other business related activities, subscribe, like, and I'll see you in the next one.